Before we get started, there are two ways to watch this video. The first is to simply let it play, and then you'll get the benefit of our extremely insightful commentary and banter between the bosses. The other way, if you don't care about that, or you're only interested in one boss in particular, for example, is to use this title screen and the links provided to simply skip to that part of the video. Whichever method you choose, I hope this is vaguely useful, or informative, or any of those other words. Either way, enjoy. Because frankly, you've got to get the ominous door, right?
Definitely.
Oh god, I just got multiple prompts for entering the dungeon. And we're at dungeon number 2 in the series. This is Inferno. It's encountered in the second area of the game, second area of Solomon Island, Savage Coast. And it's currently a toss-up for one of my favorites, definitely. And I think you guys would agree with that.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Definitely.
The devs definitely put a bit of work into this.
Yep, I'm joined by these guys again. You remember these clowns. We also have Valis, who is practically a tactical nuclear weapon, and Elsie, who I have not met yet. And there goes James Tankin.
And that was just me just going for it because I'm a baller.
Now, we will make an absolute mockery out of the DPS races.
You have come. Help us.
Well, interrupt me anyway,
Please
succubus.
deliver us from our enemies. Time is running out.
As I was saying, we will make a mockery out of any DPS races that are in here, but it's quite a tactical instance, so we should have a lot to talk about. At this point, don't go down there. It's a terrible place. I'll show you why on the first boss, because those towers are also spread around her room. Plus you can skip a couple of clears. Oh, I think you get the idea actually looking back.
Beware these hellish instruments.
Quite daunting.
Your life,
Well, it's not the kind of place you'd like to spend a vacation.
virginal life. It is fuel to them.
Her commentary creeps me out, gotta tell you, but not in the way it was meant to. So, this is the first boss, and we're just gonna run in with impunity. And hit her. And I think, damn it, that was a really bad time to run in, as it turns out. I should have enough fret, so keep it moving. Here's the termination point in the sequence. Now, the order that these towers...
There's a sweet spot.
Yeah, the order that they activate in is kind of difficult to figure out. I'm not completely sure if it's random or if there really is a system to it. It may have something to do with when you run into the room. Honestly, I've not confirmed it yet. But as you can see, this here was the last one to fire previously. This one was the first one to fire, and we were just able to sidestep them. So if you can get it to work that conveniently when you do it, I wholly recommend it. It's more DPS uptime on the boss.
Otherwise you do what I do and you run all the way around.
Indeed. Just kite the boss right the way around the outside, and that's how you avoid that. Sadly we can't. I'm checking the loot. I'm actually checking the loot. I know I don't need anything. The second boss is right here. This one is a bit of a DPS race. Essentially, as you...
Bit annoying.
Yeah, as you climb the hill, fire will be following behind the boss. He also does kind of Eye of the Storm style area of effect, where you need to be inside the area of effect in order to avoid damage, which means that all the DPS want to be hugging him and standing behind, because he does a kind of cleave attack. This is not going to take long. So, try to move him back a little way. Elsie is taking it in the face. And, you know, I know they're actually like hunched over and really mutilated people, but I can't help but refer to these things as dogs. That's just what instinctively comes out of my mouth.
It's not a bad assumption. Fairly accurate.
I think if nothing else, he is wearing a lot of leather straps and a spiked collar, so he might hang around the kind of circles where he actually pays people to treat him like a dog. You never know.
He might be a furry.
Now, that's
There's a chunk of lore up there.
inappropriate terminology. I ain't doing it.
Oh, this is quite a fun boss.
It's alright. So let's
Don't
step
expect
in.
safe footing.
Essentially,
In
platforms
the
burn.
side pit.
What I found is nice to do is to get the aggro onto me for a start. Let DPS and the healer stand on the center platform and tank move around the outside. This means that they should always be able to keep range on it. And actually, I want to roll left, so I'm going to move him along. There's the first platform burning. The molten ground in between will do fire damage to you if you stand on it. So you do need to use the platforms. Or rather, you definitely prefer to. Second platform burning, and I roll in slightly the wrong direction. Third platform is burning already. Center platform also on fire, which happens. It seems as you get him further down on health, he activates more platforms for the fire. So it becomes more and more important to completely improvise what you're doing. So, under normal circumstances, you're not killing him quite this quick. It'd be less hectic in terms of the burning. What you want to be doing is looking for your next position before you need to move, rather than looking around in a panic while you're on fire. This may sound obvious, but when you're in the heat of it, your brain doesn't always work right.
And then once you killed him, you can see, as you can see, he dropped some lust.
Now, these are in the pillars. Bring them through. It is possible to run around the outside of these for anybody following, but you don't really want to tank them inside those area of effect because, well, if I need to explain why you shouldn't stand there, then honestly, you just gotta open your eyes. I don't want to stand in that.
This is quite a simple boss.
Yep. This, essentially, pillars will activate in a sequence down each side, one after the other. It starts with the far side and then moves over to this side. This is another DPS race, because as you can see, the fire just activated down the bottom now. To make life easier, when pillars on this side deactivate, you want to just switch over. And then rinse and repeat. Repeatedly. Ah yeah. And watch out for his targeted AoE. So guys, do you think we're going to be able to kill this in time?
No. I'm gonna wipe horribly.
I mean, we've not got very much of this walkway left to go. It's getting pretty tight. So it seems even after you cremate him, his ashes remain vigorous.
Once, all was perfect. Like you. But it was left
I do
to
like
rot
how she
in the
thinks that
fire
we're
by the
perfect.
sounds of its planters.
Or is she just talking to me?
So cruel.
No, no, talking to me, bro. I'm best.
Now these packs do actually require special note of their own. Yes, that's a damage shield. Yes, it's annoying. And honestly, at lower gear levels, I was taking a decent amount of punishment on these. So if you're a healer, be aware of that. And take particular care of the melee. And there's a backflip.
MLG. Yeah.
It's a critical mobility thing. Oh wait. 360 no scope. See, I just know people are going to be watching this and realizing that I'm hardly ever sinking my pistol points.
Ooh, here comes a fun boss. Brilliant development and yeah, just overall great idea.
So Fella says you can kite those out of the yellow bubble to get rid of the shield earlier.
Spiteful
I
tongue.
guess that makes sense, considering
Nuclear mistress.
how a later boss works.
This one's eunuchs are taught to crave an explosive union.
Now, this boss is arguably one of my favorites in the game so far. First up, it's not because of the boobies.
Aw.
She has several abilities to talk about. The first is this one. It's another Eye of the Storm style thing where you want to be inside the area of effect circle. And in a moment, she will do that on the floor, port into the center, and ads will appear around the edge of the room. You want to find the ones that are activated. They will drop shield and start flashing, and then focus them down. We will kill these incredibly quickly, but at lower gear levels, you may start to get a few much closer to the boss, risking exploding. When they reach the boss, they explode the whole room for an amount of damage. You can take a couple of these explosions, so the advice would be to focus on the ones that you can kill in time, not to try to kill every single one of them, because you'll end up just having the whole chain of them explode instead. Now she should release when you kill them all, but apparently she was just taken aback by that DPS. And I believe that is a minor aggro drop, that or, well, this was just somehow chaining her. Once again, the nuke the whole room AoE. I've heard about bug spots, but to be honest, you just want to be in the center anyway. It's not a difficult concept. There's no reason to run out to the edge of the room anyway. And this is the part where I always can't help but refer to them as dogs.
They're eunuchs, bro. Have some. Be nice to them, bro.
Oh, they just don't even move like crawling people. They literally just look like patrolling guard dogs. It's really strange.
They had their testicles forcibly removed. Of course, they don't walk normally.
Well, they ain't really walking.
Yeah.
If they were walking, it'd make it much more obvious. And I'm
One
guessing
actually got close.
again. Okay. So those ad waves, for anybody who hasn't caught on, happen every 25%. It's not timer based, hence why we're going to experience the same number. At 25%, it changes up a little bit. She is not immobilized and she's not in the center, but the ads still come. I think that's going to happen about now-ish.
And you can carry on DPSing her, so just split the bit.
Is this about to make a fool out of me? Okay, there we go.
There it goes.
So we can just kill her outright, but essentially on that one, it's the same game. You want to send at least one DPS, like the good DPS, out to stop the dogs reaching her. She's not really kiteable, so you can't move her away from the dogs. So essentially, just stop them. So let's try the suggestion about moving them out of the yellow blob. Well, it doesn't work very well when you freeze them, does it?
Works.
Yep. So that's
Frankly, more effort than it's worth.
yeah. I'll just stand there and take it in the face.
Might as well just wait it out.
However, once again, speaking at lower gear levels, like the QL5s that should be doing this, you probably do want to be moving them out. That'll likely save your group. Now, moving them... won't freeze them this time. Moving them out of the yellow puddle is kind of a reverse motion of something that you need to do on this next boss, which is right up here. And this is the final boss of the instance, which I'm just going to run in and make him jump down twice. These
And he's pretty.
blocks-
He is pretty.
Yep, he will occasionally generate a shield, as you see. So what you want to do is kite him into these, and it will remove the shield. He also started to do an AoE effect there, which he unfortunately missed out on. Now, as the tank, you want to be looking around, ready for the next one as it comes down. Kite him to it, because the sooner you get him into it, the quicker it goes down. So long as people ain't stealing aggro. Jerk face. Yep, you're gonna have to kite him now. It's very hard to get the aggro off.
Let's
when
go to
you
AoE.
shield this up. That'll happen now. Right. These targeted sections on the floor are artillery from the sides. If one catches you, it will shoot you, and it hurts you. That's a statement of the obvious, but it really does need emphasizing. It will hurt you. If you're not keeping mobile, it will just wipe your group. No questions. Right. This part, he moves into the center of the room. These orange sections chain up and will explode. You don't want to be standing in them when they explode. Keep avoiding the artillery, and be prepared for the shield to be back up immediately out. You can't always be pre-positioned into this one. It depends how lucky you get with where you run and where it appears. And to spot the yellow things, watch his head. When it coils up, the yellow swirly effect that I'm being very descriptive about, that is when a shield spot has spawned, and you should look to be moving it. He says, but the swirly thing glitched out that time and didn't show up. I assume because he was moving towards the center.
Easiest thing for that massive AoE attack is just move to the edges.
Indeed. And sidestep it. They don't particularly track you, it seems to be a pretty fixed pattern. Even though it feels like they're chasing you. And yeah, essentially just remove the shields as quickly as possible to maximize DPS uptime. Don't get hit by any of the effects on the floor, which I was totally just getting artilleried. And yeah, as is the case with any encounter, the #1 rule is stay alive. You know what? Let's just bum rush him and down him.
Oh, come on. I was the only one.
And we have our first casualty.
So sorry.
No, I died.
I'm gonna skip the cutscene. By all means, come in here and see it for yourself. And that's a really good looking shotgun.
Yes,
This
indeed
again is where it plays in, like we said earlier, never loot before cutscene.
Indeed, the loot will bug out and it will force everybody to pass and you won't be able to get it at all, so you'll just really screw yourself over. Anyway, thanks for watching. Click some buttons if you agree with their associated sentiments, and take it easy. I assume I just hit the stop button. I hope I did.
Not like you
What's
can't cut
next?
it.
Dead in the water.